Hello guys, I would like, Tenerife lovers, of course. I would like to explain you a little bit about working in Tenerife, because today for me is the first day that I'm free, because yesterday I got fired from one hotel. It's called Hotel Las Madrigueras in Las Americas, Tenerife. I got fired because a little bit of my mistake, of course, because I said too early that I'm planning to move with my wife to the mainland Spain, and that I would like to take the last month of vacation, because I was working just nine months, not temporary contract. It's called indefinido, contrato indefinido, okay, in Spain. So they just fired me, and I said okay. Actually, I was a little bit expecting also, because I knew that I said it too early, but not also that. I also have to say that I like to work in the afternoons where there is not much work, so and so on. Yeah, but it's okay. That's how it is in Spain. If you work 9 months, you got 4 months salary without working. Salary is only 70% of the full wage that you had before. Yeah, so in all these years, I've been 10 years living in Canary Islands. Mainly 8 years I lived in Tenerife. But altogether, in let's say in 10 years, I worked in 50 hotels. But of course, not in 50 hotels employed with 50 contracts, but let's say with 15 contracts, or maybe 20. Why? Because sometimes you work with one contract on 5-6 hotels. For example, with first contract I work in 8 hotels, with second in 6. So why? Because first 7 years I was entertainer, animador, entertainer, yes. So I was guiding animation program in the hotels. Usually is like that. But I mean, yes, okay. First 2 years I was assistant of animation. Then 2 years I was responsible, or I worked alone, or so I was boss to myself. And then last 2 years I worked as a boss, that I had 2 or 3 animators under me. So these contracts like Actio, Fiesta Consulting, there is about 10 companies that I work for. Okay, so one company, for example, is leading, or one company is leading entertainment in 100 hotels in Canary Islands. So you can work with one contract in 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 hotels for the same company, but in different hotels. So this is how I also got to know hotels from. Mainly I work always 4 stars. Let's say 80% of them was 4 stars, 10% was 3 stars, and 10% was 5 stars. So my last contract that I got fired yesterday was I worked as a receptionist. So as a receptionist, I was very glad that they accept me, because I didn't have previous experience. I had, but 15 years ago, when I was student and in Slovenia, but not in Canary Islands. But the hotel of 5-star said, okay, let's take this guy. Maybe not just let's take this guy, but this guy is the only one who speaks English and a little bit French and so on, and Russian, and he's ready to work for 23,000 euros per year. Okay, So this could be 150 euros net per month. But because there is ERPF. ERPF is how much of contribution you want to pay to retirement, to social, to insurance, and so on. So I decided, because I had a little salary, I decided to pay only 2%. No, originally it's 11, but 2%. That means that in half a year or in 1 year I will have to pay something back. But I decided for this percentage. Why? Because my wife was not working during that time and I need money, so I earned approximately about 2,000 euros netto every month. And 2,000 netto every month is a good money to live here in Canary Islands. For example, me and my wife, we have no kids, but we have dog and cat, and having a car and internet and mobiles and electricity, and every month you have to buy something for the kitchen or something for the shoes or anything. Anyhow, if, for example, like now at the end of January 2025, if one couple wants to move to Canary Islands, would need approximately 2,500-3,000 euros expenses per month. Why? Because renting apartment right now is very expensive. We have a very nice and very good apartment, but we are paying it 800 euros plus expenses. Right now the same apartment costs about 1,500. Why? Again, because even if you come here now and you rent the apartment for 1,500 euros, you have a right, because in Spain the law protects you as a what's the word, as a renter, okay, in Spain the law protects people who rent apartment more than people who is renting apartment. So if you come here now and you pay and you rent apartment for 1,500 euros, in at least 5 years the price cannot be modified or put more than 1% or 2% per year. So this means that in 5 years you will pay 1,700 maximum, and the apartments will be already about 2,000-3,000 euros. So this is the reason why it is worth. If you find something very nice and very enjoyable, it's a little bit more expensive. Like I did rent this apartment 3 years ago, a little bit more, 3.5. That time was 800 euros. I was like, woo! It was like today, I don't know, 100,000, 200, let's say. I said, woo! But I said, no, it's a great apartment, great urbanization, great location, good quality. I took it. But now that you are paying just 800 euros, very little. So just that you know, if you rent it. If you like it, take it. And you know, you have your rights. See you. Hasta luego.